Countrymen, as you may have heard yesterday, finally the Supreme Court decided on the petition of Mr. Besigye. The petition was aiming at annulling, cancelling the results of the elections in which you decided to vote for me on the 12th of March. I didn't think this petition was well-founded. It is true there were some flaws in the elections. However, these flaws were shared by all of us, and we could not have influenced the outcome of the results. This was mainly because the gap was so big. There was a difference of 3 million votes. Those flaws could not have influenced the votes in a significant manner in order to change the results. And as I said, we also suffered those disadvantages. Like in Kampala, our people did not vote because there was a lot of intimidation by the multi-party LOCs. I didn't think therefore that the petition was founded on good grounds, but as the law requires, we submitted ourselves to the Supreme Court, and the court has now decided that the elections were valid. I hear that 2 of the judges had a different opinion. I would really want to know, as a matter of curiosity, why those judges thought that there was something so seriously wrong in such a massive, in such an exercise where the people massively participated, that the results should be annulled, should be cancelled. Anyway, this is separation of powers. The judges are doing their work, and we on the executive side, we are doing our work. In any case, even if the results would have been annulled, would have held fresh elections within the next 2 weeks. We are remaining with only 22 days to the swearing in of the president. So we would have had to have elections within 22 days. That would only have wasted our resources, our financial resources. The results would have been the same, or even better for the movement. But fortunately, the majority of the judges said that we shouldn't waste this money by having another round of voting. They said that the elections were held on the 2nd of March, although it had some weaknesses, but the weaknesses were not such as to change the outcome of the elections. Therefore now, the political question between now and 2006, 2006 is now resolved. You have a president-elect, that is myself, who will be sworn in on the 12th of May for the new term. I congratulate all of you Ugandans for participating in these elections, in the last elections of March. There was a lot of intimidation and attempted rigging, mainly because of the weakness of the police. The police was getting reports, but they would not take action. That is what lured the bad elements into thinking that they could disturb the peace of Uganda. However, as you saw, they could not. The army was ready to crush anybody that would have tried. We had some incidents, unfortunately, where people died, like the planting of bombs at Nachivubo Street, the burning of vehicles in Kasese, the killing of the children in the park in Para. But the bad elements had planned worse things if the army had not decisively come in to deal them a crushing blow in case they were foolish enough to attempt worse destabilization. Therefore, in the end, the threats of turning Uganda into Yugoslavia or into an Ivory Coast could not be realized in Uganda. Those who are making those threats don't know, probably they have forgotten our history. They don't know that we have built our organization on the solid rock of patriotism and organization. Nobody can play those games here. So the elections are now over. The legal battles are finished. We are set for the new mandate of 2001-2006. I'm therefore calling upon all of you Ugandans to forget the divisions that were brought among you by the politicians who tried to divide the movement. Forget those reasons. Those who were working for the other candidates know that me as president, I will work for all of you. Those who voted for me and those who did not vote for me. Therefore, heal the wounds and work together. This mandate is going to be a mandate of delivery. We must deliver services to the people. I would no longer tolerate civil servants or public servants who frustrate the interests of the people. As you have seen, I have appointed a new Inspector General of Police. This is because I want the police to be cleaned up. And the police must do their work. The Minister of Finance has appointed a new head of the Revenue Authority. This is because we need to stop all the leakages in the revenue collection. We are going to make all the other appointments that are necessary to have a service-oriented public service. For the last 15 years, I have been managing broad-based governments. I have given people of all shades of opinion a chance to serve. We won a military victory in 1985, 1986. We could have used that to sideline those who had not been with us, or those who had been linked with them. But we didn't do that. We gave everybody a chance. Unfortunately, however, as was shown in the last elections, certain public servants think that we are fools, think that they can work under the shadow of the movement but frustrate the movement. I will not purge these public servants, although we know many of them, but I want them to change. As professionals, you should work wholeheartedly for any government that is elected by the people. The idea that you can kulemesa Museveni, kulemesa the government or the movement will not help you. You will be the loser. However, certain crucial areas of the public service will have to be manned by people I completely trust. So you'll have to excuse me on that one. Certain, like for instance, the new Inspector General of Police, I appointed him because I trust him completely. Now, a few other places will be handled in the same way. Now, the rest of the public service can be managed on a broad-based principles, but even there, all of you are required to do your work loyally and professionally. I will not accept disloyalty or an unprofessional conduct. The Supreme Court has acquitted itself well. Although I, as a winner of the last elections, I was on trial, although I was on trial in the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court was also on trial. Supreme Court was also on trial. People of Uganda were waiting to see how the judges would handle this matter. I'm glad they handled it well. This is a good harbinger of things to come as we consolidate the rule of law and constitutionalism. Finally, my mandate, this new mandate, will concentrate on eradicating household poverty. I'll be speaking more on this in the coming days, but it will be my major preoccupation. On the regional situation, I'll be making some announcements in the few coming days about our involvement in Congo. As I said in my manifesto, we have already almost resolved our security problems with the ADF. Most of the bandit leaders are killed. Recently we killed Murovera. Around Christmas we killed somebody called Cobra, Matovu. Not so long ago we killed a fellow called Tiger. Kawanda is not yet killed or captured, but we are following him. If he doesn't surrender, he will also be killed. Now that we have contained the security threat to us from ADF, it is time to consider pulling out of Congo. I have been thinking about trying to help with the Lusaka process. That is why therefore, although we pulled out of Congo 9 battalions so far, 7 plus the 2 which are being brought now, altogether 9. I did not mind keeping a few battalions there to assist in the implementation of Lusaka. This was, however, contingent on one issue, that we had reliable international partners and reliable regional partners. However, as you can see from the comments, like for instance, a report written recently by a panel of people who are supposed to be experts, which was without reason maligning Uganda, our army officers, questioning my own ability to make right decisions. That therefore means that we do not really have reliable international partners. On these thorny matters like this one of Congo and Rwanda and Burundi and the Sudan. We do not have reliable regional partners. That's why you find that some of the people who should be defending us are the ones who malign us also, even in the region. And some of the parties in a place like Congo are themselves internal parties are also problematic. Therefore, in the next few days, I will be consulting with our leaders, and we shall take decisive decisions on our continued presence in Congo, because it's no longer such a vital issue for us. As long as Konyi is near Juba, the Sudan will continue to be of concern to us. I call upon Sudan to take Konyi from Juba. That's what we agreed with. That's what we agreed with them in the presence of the Egyptians and the Libyans and Mr. Carter. Konyi must stop disturbing Uganda from Juba. It is an obligation on the Sudan government to ensure that Konyi leaves that place. In conclusion, I salute all of you Ugandans for the just concluded elections, and I appeal to you to now work together, forget the difference we have had, and work together for our common prosperity. Thank you very much.